Well, well, well. Welcome, jewelers. Welcome all. As you see, we have a very crazy surprise here in the kingdom as of this last week. A lot of cool stuff coming. Dags, how the hell are ya?
Dude, this week was crazy with DFK. I'm freaking excited. Like I'm just super saturating myself with content. Um it's awesome. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
so
dude.
monotone I don't seem excited, but I'm brimming with emotions and joy.
Yeah, dude, a lot of cool stuff. As you guys may have seen here on screen, we have a guest appearance today as well. Great dude in the community here. We have Light from Affinity Lotus Films. Light, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and when did you get into DFK and what do you love about it?
Hey boys. Uh, Sorry you put me on the spot. I was thinking of what to say. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm Light, and I'm I heard about the game since they came out, but I never got to play it because when I heard about it, it was like $24 per
Mhm.
jewel. Heroes were like 400 or 500 bucks. So never got really into it. Gardens were like what 9,000, but then when I got into it, they were all gone. And yeah, I just wrote it down. But it was I started to learn about it as the years have gone by. I uh, I fell in love with it. The way it's starting to look like a MMORPG game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Story, roleplay, a lot of lore. If people take in the lore, they would truly just fall in love, right? Gaia, the world in recovery. That title alone just is just store crazy lore, right?
For sure.
Um, and I play games like Final Fantasy, Guild Wars, World of Warcraft, all that good stuff. And yeah, and I'm
Yeah, so,
just
so you're used to this realm of gameplay and such, so that's why I love the input you bring to the space here.
I
You
gotta
know,
gauge his age. Sorry
yeah.
to cut you off. I gotta gauge your age here. Like, did you ever play EverQuest?
oh yeah.
Oh hell yes. One, two, both.
I think one.
You would know.
Evermore, EverQuest, Tales of Fantasia, Bahamut Lagoon, Final Fantasy 1 to 6.
Was good,
Um,
Reverend.
what is it?
Yeah,
Nice.
I know nothing about either, to be honest,
Chrono
Dad.
Trigger,
Yeah,
all the good
Nice.
stuff. Every title I played. I have an emulator that has over 3,000 Super Nintendo games, just
Nice.
so I
Did you
can
do it
feel
through like
nostalgic.
Raspberry Pi?
No, it's on my laptop.
Oh, nice. I always got viruses when I did it on my laptop.
No, I got these from the source from my friends back in the day. So these are really old files,
Perfect.
and I've never really updated them. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm a RPG guy. I love hero games, right? And
for sure. And
I'm just
something that
trying to
people
bring.
should know is they definitely should check out your channel. You got a lot of good DFK content on there, and as you can hear, the dude's a gamer, so he knows games. A lot of good strategy coming from that channel, and a lot of cool stuff coming from a collaboration between us three as well, and some others in the DFK space coming soon. So definitely look
Very
out for
soon.
that stuff. Um, dude's a gamer for sure, just like us too. So he fits the mold very well. And glad to have him here today. So we got a bunch of cool stuff to go over. As you guys saw, as we introed in here, DFK's second birthday did not disappoint. PVE teaser inbound, as we just saw. No release date yet, but they did say it's going to be weeks, not months. I believe Bolon said there in the Discord.
Might
As
be out for Christmas, Halloween, October.
that'd be a good drop date, man. I mean, we're
If it's out
about
for October and it's like a Halloween event, maybe they drop some like Halloween items where it's
right
like
about
low
2 months away,
stats.
so that could very well fit.
Yeah.
And something they mentioned with PVE is this isn't going to be, and as you saw, it's the boar hunt, the mad boar. This isn't going to be the only void hunt coming. So, like you said, there could be a lot of tie-ins with some cool holiday Halloween lore coming up with a different void hunt maybe. I don't know how fast they plan to implement new void hunts, but that's something to come and something we'll have to
I
see.
think they said they like they said there'll be different void hunts and all that, but they said that this one's going to be like a month.
Yeah,
Okay,
they said
So
that a couple
yeah,
so
weeks,
that
few
would
weeks
time
to a
up just
month.
like you said.
Yeah,
That'd be
so
perfect.
all events.
yeah,
If you guys don't mind, a lot of MMORPGs, they're all holidays or anniversaries. They always have like a 2 week to 1 month event where there's special stuff where the diehard players come in and just grind for it, and then you know what I'm saying. So I hope they
yep.
implement stuff like that on DeFi Kingdoms.
Well, and then they said these items that we get, they're oh no, wait, that wasn't. Yeah, the items from the boar hunt, they're not going to be available
Yeah,
again after this.
those are going
So
to be some
There
we
you
get
go.
limited.
this one shot, and then
Oh
they're
yeah,
gone.
get our
So
heroes ready, boys.
yeah,
Yeah. And there is
get
the
everybody
leveling
to
event,
level
which these
10.
boys are talking about, of course. So you're going to want to level all those heroes you've been neglecting in your army. You're going to want to get those leveled up. There's more information about that on the DeFi Kingdoms Twitter and Discord. I'll probably link that down below. This year's the medium just for the Void Hunt if you want to learn more about that as well. But a lot of cool stuff here for their birthday. And as you see here as well, you got the DFK 2 years right here, just like they did in the past. And you got a link to the trailer here as well. So
Yeah.
just about it as far as new stuff on the birthday itself. But a bunch of cool stuff in the AMA as well, which we'll quickly recap here. Something I wanted to ask you guys both about here. Bolon mentioned it once or twice. I know he mentioned it on the AMA, and then I believe he reiterated it on Sergeant McFilthy Nasty, his stream. He reiterated it here that the game is only 15% built. 15% of this whole game is live right now.
Yes.
With everything that's in here already, there's a lot to come, boys. So what do you guys think about that?
I think
I
Lord,
should have introed one of
yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, honestly, for that, you get PvP, maybe some PvP events. So maybe that'll be like a 5%, 10%, whatever. But then that just shows like they have plans for lore. They have plans for endgame.
Oh yeah.
I think honestly, if we're missing 85% of the game, I would expect 70% to be PvE lore
Pure lore. Yep.
game.
Yep.
So that I love hearing that because that means that they have, they have a long term view of what's to come and how to keep this, how to keep this going, how to keep it fresh, and that's kind of one of the things that I think a lot of people have kind of been talking about is PvP is great, but how exciting can you keep PvP? And I know games like Pokemon are completely based on PvP. That's what all their tournaments are. They got trading card, they got Go, and then they have the classic console. But I think that's just kind of a small part here.
Yeah.
And if you really want to build a game with some longevity, I mean, 70% sounds like a pretty good, or more, sounds like a pretty good percentage for PvE in the lore.
For sure. And when we compare it to games like Pokemon, extensive history of just the game itself, the lore behind it, the cards, the show, all that that IP that they've built over the years, goes to just keep building towards the game itself. And that's what DeFi Kingdoms is going to try to do here, bringing in the event here like the Void, creates a little story, creates something that they can continuously push out as well, whether it be quarterly, a monthly thing, however often, different types of Void challenges, different types of bosses, stuff that they can continuously feed the community and the gamers and the players to keep coming back, keep playing, and have a reason to level up your heroes and really fight for the top. And also on the topic of Pokemon, you have the game itself, the trading card game, and it's simple. It really is. It's a simple game, 4 moves for each Pokemon. If you're playing the real game, cards is a little different. Both are fun. Both are fairly simple. But what adds into it is the simplicity and the strategy and deck building and army building, for example. If it was DFK, it's all going to play into there, and the competitive nature of it is what also keeps people around and playing for a really long time. You have anything to add to that, Light here?
Yeah. Speaking about 85% that hasn't been finished, and
Hmm.
if we're talking about 75% going into the lore, like it's amazing that there is 75% because we could there's so much to do. With the especially with the PvE aspect, there could be like realms, different type of uh quest, and it all just chapter one, chapter two, act one, act two type of stuff like that. So there's there's a lot of room for PvE, right? What I really want for longevity is for them to do collabs with different genres for events. So like let's say next month there's a Final Fantasy event where we can get like some kind of like another game coming in, like another collab, and we get their skin or something. Like a lot of MMO have that. Like what is it called? Fantasy Star Online. So they have like anime events where they get real licenses from the animes, and you get their skins, right? So we can get like a Buster Sword weapon or some Cloud Sword on like a Mad Boar Hunt in 2024 or something. You know what I'm saying? For
Hmm.
Christmas, there's a Final Fantasy collab, and you can get like Tifa's boxing gloves for your monks to equip, or Aria's staff to put on your priest, or Cloud's Buster Sword to put on your berserk. What is it called? Dread Knights that you guys are all loving, right? Stuff like that. So there's for PVE, sky's the limit. There's no end. So I'm loving it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I
And
want to add. Sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I just want to add to that. Like, I thought I saw. What did I see? Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty. Is that what I
There you
saw?
go.
And then like, Fortnite's all vanity gear.
Mhm.
So same thing. They make so much money, and there's a lot of money to be had in just the vanity gear sector, like you're talking about.
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
it's if we keep our devs fed and we keep the game, because nowadays it's mainstream, right? You can't have a company without having advertising and having all this stuff, right? So it's good to collaborate with other games, other genres, get it into your because it is cryptocurrency. It's you know what I mean? If they collab, just like how we are building realms with other blockchains, why can't we build with other games? You know, have Axie Infinity come into an event one day, and we get one of those bubs or whatever, whatever Axie Infinity is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there
One of
are
their
some games that do that.
yeah, right.
For example, DeFi Mon's another project or at least I'm in.
Oh,
Um,
really?
some people are big on. They have collabs as far as skins go, but I don't think DefiKingdoms really. I've thought about it before with a project
Mhm.
that was similar in the nature of medieval and classes and stuff like that. But I just don't see the need for them to collab with
True.
other projects other than like marketing maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it really fits their mold unless for example it was something like you bring in I don't know a project that has like monsters or something and our
Maybe
heroes
new
can fight the
projects.
monsters. But I
Well,
don't
I
know.
think
I
you're
think
missing
they
something though.
be
It's
strong
fun.
in them. Yeah.
It's fun. That's the only reason. It's not out of need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
It's
fun.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes just go out of your way and just clap for like a 2 week event. You get something from an anime, like because we're all weebs. We all
Yeah.
like some kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Imagine how they have a Fates. I don't know if you guys know Fates Day Night or Fates Night or whatever it's called, but it's a good anime, or even ReZero, right?
Mhm.
Subaru, right? Those are good animes. Imagine you can have one of their weapons on one of your wicked heroes as an NFT, and you know the value of our NFTs would skyrocket,
Mhm.
right? Cloud Buster Sword on my Dread Knight Mythic. Can't beat that.
I can see the vision. I think
Yeah.
you guys are kind of right there.
Sephiroth
You could build
longs.
together.
Yeah.
As you build with one, you build together. So I think
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
cool. But
I
we'll have
mean,
to see what they
I
have in play. They're being very selective about how they speak on certain stuff with
yeah.
PvP. Again, we talked about this last week, but I still kind of am speculating that PvP is coming sooner than we think. If they have the base level for PvE. And I'm not saying this month. I'm not saying next month. I'm not saying that. But I think there's going to be more to come here. If we can put out PvE in the next month and slowly keep building out these codexes and have the base level gameplay, the proof of concept, I don't think when we're at that point, I don't think we're far from PvP, and that's what the people want. So that's going to be fun times, boys. That's going to be fun stuff.
Well, and then regarding timelines, like we don't even know, right? Because they told us the whole time that expeditions would come out next. That was the next thing on the list, and then PvE shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I kind of worded it is we were deceived. PvE is coming out before travel, before expeditions, and that's what they told us was next on the docket. So They do like to surprise us.
If you guys don't mind me adding something, so in the gaming world, the devs, they don't tell us anything about the game. We got to go figure it out. They don't say anything, any drops. The thing with crypto, it's for cryptocurrency, most of the time they're not games, right? So they're always like, okay, look, we got this white paper going out. This is our roadmap. Everything's transparent. Here you can know everything. But the reason why their DeFi Kingdoms devs are starting to do this, there's certain stuff that they have to tell you, like contract stuff and financial stuff. They have to tell you, right? Those you have to be transparent. But like in-game play, in-game lore, that's up to them and to for their discreet. You know what I mean? And most of the time, games they don't tell us because that will ruin the fun. They tell us, yo, look, there's this, there's that. I'm like, oh, okay, right? Fun is gone, right?
Yeah.
There's always miners in games, data miners, right? So I think they're starting to bring that the secretness of games so that we, as the streamers, as the players, can figure it out and share it with the community, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I started my channel just so I can find those cool little niches or find those little items and share with everybody. And I
Yeah, they
think that's
really
what they
open it
want.
up for speculation, and that's what I love. And I
Yeah.
think that's key because that allows speculation from us, from YouTubers, from streamers, but from players alike as well. For us to get together and be able to get together every week and have enough to talk about in a game where they're still building is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And we've stressed it before, but them having these AMAs is not, we're not owed this. This isn't something they have to give us. They give it to us because they want to and because they're passionate about what they do. And there's a lot of cool stuff to come. So they have enough to talk about each and every week for us. So that's pretty cool stuff. But next topic here from the AMA, transition a little bit. We talked about expeditions there briefly. I guess one more thing I did want to note on PvE before we move forward actually is the difficulty here. What do you guys think about them saying that the 3 boars there for PvE is going to be equivalent to facing a team of level 10s? You kind of have that floor of difficulty where, they mentioned even, it's going to be challenging for a team of level 9s to beat it. So that's pretty cool because we have leveling and, you have to get your heroes to a certain level and you have to play the game. People say there's no game. How am I leveling my heroes? How am I playing in the testing ground? How am I doing all this? I mean, I know from a normal perspective, if you're talking about a game you hop in on Xbox or PS4, PS5, and you pick up a controller and you play, it's a little different. But I'm still doing stuff in a gamified decks with my heroes, with my NFTs in a different format, but we're still playing and we're building up to something like PvE. How do you guys feel about the fact that you have to have a level 10 team almost just to play the game? We'll start with Lotus here.
Speaking of level 10 and the hardness, I spoke this in one of my videos about how hard Final Fantasy 11 is, right? And in Final Fantasy 11, you have to have a high level team or everybody. Sorry, not high level. I have to have a full team: healer, tanker, damage dealer, scouter. Right? If you don't have that, you're done for. There's no soloing in Final Fantasy 11. So for them to implement level 10s, level boars, and they're saying, yo, you're gonna need level 10s to be able to even maybe beat them. It just it brings so much utility, uh, because you're gonna have to level them. You're gonna have to burn mokshas. You're gonna have to burn Shabazz runes. You're gonna have to play. So when they're saying there's no gameplay, well, there you go. There's your gameplay. So get ready, get your levels up, and then by the time the board come, start playing. You know what I mean? Look at this. It's beautiful. See? There's no gameplay. There's skills. It's narrow-mindedness. And those people are the ones that still have the NFTs, the DeFi Kingdom NFTs on their profile.
Right. It's always those ones.
It's
But
always
it's
those.
crazy, you know, and we're not coming at people, you know, out
No,
of
I'm not.
hate or anything like that. But it's more of just like kind of trying to, you know, they make good points. There's a lot of them, and we all see them. You know, they make good points about certain aspects of the game, but there's some things that you say that are just completely untrue. And it's either because of ignorance or it's because you just don't want to see the actual truth that's in front of your face, or you're not checking
Yeah.
into these AMAs. You're not actually like maybe you held in the past and you're disappointed about something. And, you know, we've all been through it. You know, the Luna stuff, the Harmony stuff, that was all fake.
Yeah.
Nobody had a good time there. And maybe if you did, you're in the rare under 1%. You know, if you made some money off somehow, some way, you know, scheming the system when all that was going down. You know,
Body.
you traded this way or that way. You know, you're definitely in the minority there if that happened for you. So most of us went through the same shit. All these exploits, these hacks and stuff like that. But you know, you can choose to either take it on the chin or you can kind of just let it define your life and character, I guess, and just live in the negativity. You know, this is exactly like Lotus was saying. This is gameplay, dude. This is, and I'm gonna hop in here for a second while Dags, you know, lets us know what he thinks about all this the boar specifically, but other stuff in the realm as well. You know, this is just gameplay. But Dags, what do you think about the boars starting off at that level 10, you know, difficulty?
I'm gonna beat it at level 8.
Ah, that's right.
Don't tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do. I'm beating at level 5.
You know, them saying, "Oh, you need to be level 10." I'm like, I'm gonna. All right, now the hard part's gonna be finding a couple level 8s of a team that I want. Now, if I do it at level 8, it will probably be a full party, with a healer, with a tank, with support. But I'm assuming at level 10, I'll be able to do it with an unbalanced party. You know, there's no way this is as difficult as they say it is.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
You guys
you
want
look
to
at
put money
some of
on
the
this?
abilities. Go on.
Bet you they're gonna put. I bet you. Fajul, they're gonna make it difficult, even for level 10.
Maybe.
that's a
blockchain game.
subjective statement.
Let's go, Fajul boys.
Yeah,
How
what's
about
difficult?
I'll
What's
do you five jewel that I can beat it with level 8s before the event's over.
All right,
Damn.
friendly bet. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
a friendly
I'll
bet
do it.
there? You know, I mean, this is. I would assume they also have some abilities. They might not be a full scope. And another thing we can add, you know, just since we're on the subject, your hero, you're not going to get access to the full pool like I am here. This is as if, you know, like a hero was fully unlocked, level 100. You get access to the full codex. The codex you get when you fight the boars will be dependent on the level of your hero. So, you know, I don't remember all the intricacies, but, you know, people were
Tier
on
3.
the Discord talking about what level do you have to be to get the full.
Yeah, that's true. That
Is
too,
it
so-
15?
Is it?
Or is it?
think-
I don't know.
I
But
think
regardless,
they said
there's a
you can get
level.
to tier 3 abilities.
Okay. So you know, you're not going to get all this, but there are some good stuff in here, you know, piercing shot. I mean, this is just a set of the archer, but we'll just showcase something here, you know.
Well,
But it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff, and fighting the boars who are going to be a little challenged will be even more entertaining, I
I
think.
can't wait.
for
Those
sure.
are gonna be some good live streams. Like I would save up and I wouldn't fight until I go live, and then because we only allowed once a day, right, with the boars per hero
Well,
set.
once per day per hero, I believe.
Yeah, so per hero set, right? So if we have like maybe like 6, 7, 8 teams, we can do it
Right.
6, 7, 8 times a day, right? So that's what I'm trying to save up. I'm trying
Use
to build
stamina too, right?
So yeah, I mean, this is just cool stuff. I'm just kind of showing the ropes here while we talk, but a lot of cool stuff. I'm gonna exit here probably as well. You can play this as well by allocating a little bit of jewel into the jeweler and unlocking the bonus reward there in the jeweler. I'll show that here real quick, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be cool stuff. some other things about the amulets from the airdrop. We already spoke. They're not going to be. They're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be able to be obtained after this.
Nope.
And they're also going to
Okay.
be tied to the bonuses, or the names of the amulets. Excuse me, are going to be tied to the bonuses that they provide. For example, I think it's similar to runes, or not runes, like stones and crystals. So you have your finesse, you have your fortitude, you have your vigor, and so on and so forth. Those
Hey,
to
sorry,
those.
boys.
So that's pretty cool stuff. But here's the power up. You can come here and get the backstage pass, allocate just 50 jewel to get it and get access to the combat testing grounds. Try out your classes. PvE again is only going to be priest, archer, and knight able to be used with their codexes. Every hero is able to be played with, but won't have access to their codexes just yet. Their codexes.
I don't know.
But some pretty cool stuff. Anything else here? They talked a little bit about Holiday. I'm sure we'll learn more about the flow and stuff like that. What the benefits are to come from Holiday in the near future. Keep an eye out for that. Another
No.
cool thing.
Amulets. Hang on. Before we
Yeah.
move, are we going to return to that?
I was moving
To
right back.
amulets, or are we done talking about?
One comment, and then you can jump into whatever you were going to get into. With the amulets being able to be equipped here in the near future, they said the dev side of it, the coding, allowing us to put amulets in allows us to put every single equipment item in except for the second sword or second hand item here. I forget how they worded it specifically, but pretty cool. It's putting the implementation in for future features, for future equipment that's to come. But on the fact of the ambulance there, the Dags, what were you going to add?
So I was listening to Bolon, and he was a little disappointed at the lack of speculation on what these amulets will be. So he's kind of disappointed in the community. Like, nobody has any ideas. Nobody has any guesses. There's nobody being like, oh,
I have a lot.
I think this one's going to be, I think there's going to be one for evasion. There's going to be one that increases focus. Is there going to be one that, gives you access to a tier above what your level allows you to use? I mean, what do you guys have any guesses on what these might be? Because they've straight up said none of the equipment will give you stat boosts to your stat scores. So there won't be a ring of dexterity. There won't be a ring of strength. No ogre gauntlets or whatever that just increase your strength. Yes,
you did say that, because that's
They
when I was
said that.
talking about just recently about the names being related to the bonuses. I thought in my mind that's what I was thinking they were tied to. I didn't know he said that. That's awesome. Well,
that was from probably 8 months ago that they said that about equipment.
I wonder if things have changed though, but maybe not. Because the way they worded it in the AMA makes it seem simply that, you have a finesse amulet or something along those lines, but maybe not. I wonder what other bonuses they could be. For example, a mana point bonus, could be a health bonus,
Could be
something like that. Could be
like a mana barrier or something.
What I'm hoping for, if it's not going to be stats bonus, it's going to be plus stats, as in like it could be like crafting bonuses, maybe profession, or what I'm hoping, better luck, higher chance in finding items, that type of stuff, or more health, or like or a chance to get more eggs, just like the pets. You know what I'm saying? Like Gaia's tears on one of those amulets. So if you get one of, what is it, the Tao's Curio amulet? What if that amulet is some kind of like Egyptian thing, right? You got like some Eye of Horus, or Tarasha. If you guys play Diablo, there's Tarasha's amulet, right?
What about one that just like adds last stand to your character?
Or skills, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, what if these amulets will add an extra unique skill to your codex, like Sword Art Online? You know how Kirito has the double sword skill, right? You put on the amulet, you can wear like you can get revive or something, right? Tao's amulet here, Tao's Kurio's amulet. Maybe that's like some revive amulet. You put that on, your character get one revive per death or something. Who knows, right?
One thing I'm not really familiar with is having access to subclass abilities. But what if there's one that like gives you better access to your subclass abilities, or like higher like I'm assuming you could. I thought it was you can only take so many ranks in your subclass. Like you can get like half
there
the
is some
abilities or
limitation
something like
there.
that. What if there's one that lets you access that next tier or something
Access
crazy
it
like
more.
that?
Well, I mean, let's take a look here and kind of speculate live. If we're basing it off the names here, the names again of the amulets are tied to the bonuses. We see here Scully's Eye. These are 3 that were revealed in the trailer.
That's a monster.
Scaly's Eye,
That's right.
Tal's
That's
Curio, and Elgrin's Aegis. Aegis usually related to health bonuses, in my opinion, from games.
I feel
I
like yeah.
could agree there.
if you don't mind, in
Yep.
Diablo 2, Aegis is a shield. It's like one of the
Right.
greatest
Health
shields.
shield, I agree there.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, yeah. And then
What about that blue
the
aura
skelly
behind
is
it?
like a little animal. It's like a fox type of
Hmm.
thing. Skelly.
Hmm.
Skillies or whatever.
That's what a
Some
Scaly is?
Yeah, so some games they have that name. I don't know if it's correct, but it could be a little fox type of animal,
Hmm.
right? So maybe like +1 to like some type of pet related thing, more eggs or something. Who knows? The Aegis could be defense, right? You can get like a buff defense or like a buff skill. Ooh, what if it's like a buff skill like protect, right? You get the amulet and you can cast protect skill or something on your like, priest or paladin.
Do you think those auras behind it tell you whether it's rare, legendary, or mythic?
Oh, that's a good call because we have 2 purples here.
Yeah.
And
The other one looks-
another thing that's confirmed here is that we're going to have 3 tiers similar to pets. I can't remember. I think it's common, rare, mythic.
Yeah, they changed that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Common. I think it's like you said, common, rare, and then mythic. Yeah, they
So
took
get
out.
rid of the uncommon, get rid of legendary. You're left
Yeah.
with 2 tiers, like you are in pets, in some
That's-
rarities for pet stuff. So I'm with you, Dags. I think that could be it. Rarity behind here in the smoke, in the veil, whatever this is. Assuming this is rare, probably mythic, But let's see. Is there anything hidden here on the hero?
I mean, you hear it or see it on. It's literally on the hero, around their neck.
Wow! I
Oh,
didn't
oh,
even
snap.
notice that.
Oh,
So
yo! If these items are seeable,
that was always their plan from day one.
That
As you
is
update your
nuts.
equipment, your hero card changes.
Wow, that's huge.
yo,
Alpha, I don't think people are looking at. That's some Dags alpha that we
that
just
is Dag's alpha.
right there.
Nobody saw that.
That's a good eye, bro. No,
You got some
not
good
at all.
eye, bro.
And I want to go look here. Just
I would have
I'm
been so
curious.
mad if you couldn't see him on the heroes.
I'm
Yeah.
curious because you look at the Dread Knight. Maybe this isn't the same, but he's got this green jewel. I thought it was a jewel necklace. I thought he was just repping the project, honestly. But
That's cool.
okay, this is a little different. It looks maybe
That's
not.
why I remember, like on Harmony,
It's blue.
sometimes you
you
would
can
get
see it
naked
looks-
heroes because their pants and clothes and everything else, it would load in pieces. And you'd be able to see those little boxes around where the character art should have been.
Smart.
That's why that happened, because the equipment you're seeing is the basic equipment. And I don't know if they changed. I don't know if that changed when they updated the art with Heroes New Clothes. But those all used to load as individual pieces, and they just used to load so quickly that most people didn't give it a second thought. But that's why you have people who have those, what's it called, the PFPs of the heroes in their underwear, because it all used to load separately, and I don't know if it still does or not.
So speaking of a gear change or look on the NFT, remember how I said that we can have collabs about Buster Swords and shit like that? Sorry, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right? So imagine like they changing the skin of the Buster Sword on your Cloud's Buster Sword or Sephiroth's Katana on your NFTs. Oh my god, that is.
Well, even if you look at the heroes equipment spot, there's more room for additional boxes.
Yeah.
So what was it? Was it Guild Wars that had the costume slot?
Yes.
So
yes.
they can add a costume slot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
the sky's the limit, boys.
If you hit, there's more space around here. So
Yeah.
they could
To the
push
left,
the weapons boxes even up more to give more
Bottom.
space. So there's
Yeah,
there's
this can be
possibilities
changed.
in
The
here.
UI can always be changed and manipulated to fit whatever they want to add.
I love it. I
But
love it.
fucking sweet stuff, dude.
I
It's
love it.
very, very
Whoever is like if you understand what we understand about DeFi Kingdoms, like just us three alone, like just bouncing ideas and just speculating like this and knowing what we know. Like if you don't like if you how can I don't know. I don't know what to say. I,
We
I mean,
just
some of
fried
those
Light's
people
brain.
just take a little more convincing, you know. Some of those people, they're still gamers. They were interested in the project for a reason at one point. They saw the promise, but something pushed them away, or
it
maybe
was the
they
money. They lost money. That's all
it
it
could
is.
be that. It could be simply that. But
Yeah.
sometimes it just takes, and this happens a lot.
Yeah.
People go away for a second and they'll come back when stuff is too high, and they might still complain because maybe Jules back at $10. You don't know. And they'll be like, "Damn, heroes are so expensive again. This is so stupid." But
Yeah.
guess what? Where were you when heroes are pennies,
Yep.
cents right now?
$45. I mean
Dollars.
45 cents.
Yeah, dude, we're picking up armies for the low, because we're bullish, we're
Yeah.
boorish.
Right.
I went hero hunting for a whole 7 days straight. I didn't sleep for like 3 days. I saw 32 crystal, bought it. 32, bought it. Under 50, bought it. I'm like,
Oh
it
yeah,
showed up, bought
You
it for a
turned
whole
into a
7
bot.
straight. I just bought it. I became a bot.
yeah.
When I was
Sweeping
sleeping,
the
the
floor.
other guy switched.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I still don't have a ton of heroes. I think if you combine my two wallets, I'm probably sitting at around 300.
It's a lot.
So I don't have like the full, but I mean,
You got good
I,
heroes though.
I got good.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
so you do have a
I don't know.
lot. You have a lot of
I
good heroes.
I think like the past 100 heroes that I bought have all been rare or higher.
There you go.
So
Well, there we go. Floor here is foraging, fishing is about 52.
Oh, what up
Gardening
now?
is 47 right now.
gardening's what?
Talking boys, I'm gonna get my summons going and put into the
Oh.
queue here. I'll showcase them later, but
I've been dueling.
is there anything else from the AMA that we really missed? I think that was just about it. Let me take a look here. Another cool thing for people like us and people in the community that want to get started. I've seen people on Twitter or X say, I want to make videos like this. I want to make videos like that. You should just do it. If there's something you're passionate about in crypto and in anything really, you should just go for it, and start, because you'll be happy with where you end up. When we started this, I never really thought we would keep going for this many episodes or anything like that, but we've really built it and built up with the community, and it's a fun time to get on here and talk DFK every week. So, and they're going to have incentives as well. I don't know necessarily what that means as
Yeah.
far as what specifically, but they're gonna push their streamers. They're gonna promote their streamers as much as they can. They a lot of retweets as well to when they see the streams throughout the week that people are putting on for their game. It only makes sense for them to retweet and promote those as well. So,
Especially since Wisdom Games is part of Wisdom Studios, which is literally an esports studio.
Exactly.
So they want to push that. I wonder what platform they're going to push the most. If you go to Twitch, DefiKingdoms is already selectable as a game.
right.
So they're ready with that. I don't know who did that or how they got that going, but props to them. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. So when you stream on Twitch, for any streamers out there, if anyone wants to begin streaming, you can tag DeFi Kingdoms, and when PvP's out, when PvE's out, and all the good juicy gameplay, and you want to showcase your strats on Twitch, you'll be able to and tag DeFi Kingdoms as your game that you're playing. So
Not
pretty cool
YouTube.
stuff.
Not
Pretty
YouTube.
cool stuff. I'm just putting my summons here into ABFK. Again, this will always be or typically it's down in the description below when we use it. So you can see your hero summoning odds. I believe you asked about this, Lotus, or Light as well.
Yes.
This is just an amazing site. I simply get here, click here, a beautiful feature from DeFi Kingdoms. You can click here and get the whole ID. If it's
Okay.
a Serendale 1.0, it doesn't have these extra numbers. But when it's a different hero, Jade, Serendale 2.0 is whatever the hell amount of digits this is. If it's a Crystal Veil hero, it'll be 10000 and so on. So you can copy and paste these two heroes that you want to summon together. Jump in here, scroll down. You can go through all the juicy stats, genetics, and stuff up here. And then you can get down here and see the odds. So you can see I'm at about a 25% here. This is the wrong pair, actually, I believe.
And while you're getting the right pair, this is from Adventures in DeFi Kingdoms. Like, and I think they were in the chat. I don't know if they're still hanging out here, but I would check out their Discord, because they always have. That's where they post the updates to this. There are certain features on this app that do require a subscription. I think that's the hero matching, but you're using the hero data tab, and
hero matching will allow you to look through your wallet and find matches and search by certain.
In the tavern, it'll match your hero to a tavern hero.
Yeah, so this is the right pair. That was another cool one that I had before, but this is a shapeshifter summoner. You can see we got about a 14% at the mutation up from these two into a shapeshifter. Same here, we got the priest and wizard subclasses, so we got a 14% mutation chance for summoner. You can see your profession odds and percentages. You can see your rarity percentages. Then you can see down here what abilities you may or may not get. 17% at a hardened shield mutation. And we got some very small DAGs odds here on hardened shield there, exhaust, and the active 2, leadership and efficient in the passive 1, and even some DAGs, real big DAGs odds down here with efficient, toxic, and intimidation. But just another cool feature. As we're talking about cool features as well, and I put this summon into the queue, I'm going to put a stone on it. But another cool one, can you see this? It looks like we can. This is something that, forgive me if I forget, I will tag your tweet down in the description below. But one of the good dudes from DFK showcased this a bunch of times on his tweets. And this is pretty cool. The Heroes and Tavern section, I don't know if it's just me, but they're not loading for me yet. Maybe it's a future feature. But the decks here is really cool. Takes a second to load. But it'll load you all prices across Clayton and DFK chain and show you what's up, what's down. Maybe eventually you'll be able to sort by these 24 hours and stuff like that. But you can see, DFK gold eggs yesterday were up to 13 Jewel. I tweeted out that I was selling them. They're down to 8. I could rebuy all of my 5 and I think an extra additional one for free at the same price I bought them all yesterday. So that's pretty cool. I took advantage of that. I don't know if I'm just going to sell everything that's up here at the top percent, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go back down at a lower price. It could just keep running. So you got to keep that in mind. This is, of course, not financial advice. You look at your own charts, do your own due diligence as always if you're trading this stuff. But just a cool little trick for those who are arbitraging or just doing anything across the ecosystem in DFK, selling and stuff like that.
Look at you getting good at trading.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm a noob about it, but I want to learn, I mean, of course, everyone's in here at the end of the day to an extent to make some money. Otherwise, you'd probably just be playing Pokemon or something like that, another console game. So, you can't fool anyone. Everyone in here put money in, not to lose money. I don't think that's the mentality anyone really has. But I can also see in my hindsight, in my DFK history, that I maybe didn't take profits as much as I could have. And I did take some profits, but, definitely could have took more. No one knew Jewel was going to top out at 20 and then we'd be, downhill from there. But, hindsight is 2020. And as we go up, as we climb here, I'm going to be taking profits. And I think a lot of people will as well. How about you guys?
Profits, everybody. Take profits.
Yes.
Don't sell your heroes, but take profits.
No, I'm not taking any profits.
I love it. Sticking to it.
Never have.
Take profits. No. Same, I haven't yet.
I wrote it all off.
I might not even take any profits. Make my tax life easier.
If my account's ever worth $800,000 or more, I'm supposed to liquidate, and I will. But other than that, I get to keep playing with pretend money until.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the deal that I made with my wife.
Oh, for you to play this?
If it ever hits, like we decided on a liquidation price, and at one point I was a fourth of the way there.
You were like, no.
No, I wasn't even. Well, I talked to her about it. I think I tell this story a lot, where I was just like, "Hey, should I liquidate?" And she called me a paper hands bitch.
Oh wow.
She was following the GME stuff. With what's his face, Kitty or whatever. I forgot his name.
That's cool.
Jesus, the GameStop stuff. So I mean, she knew all the lingo and everything, and I was like, hey, I can liquidate. I don't want to, because I thought we talked about 800. And she's like, I didn't marry a paper-handed bitch, so keep playing your game.
Keep playing your game.
And if it ever hits the amount we talked about, then we can talk about selling.
That's
so
great.
I thought that was really cool. But my brother, when I tell him like, oh yeah, my account was worth like $240,000 at one point, and he's like, and you didn't sell? Oh, you must hate yourself. And I was like, no, not really.
That's
I mean,
nothing. 200K is nothing.
I mean, I got into this because Axie was too expensive. So it's like, I never thought it would reach those levels. Now that I'm in it, I'm like, oh hell yeah, this is top tier.
But, that's something to consider though while we're going through these. Axie, I don't know what it is now during these bear times, but I remember Axie being expensive as well. Do you think that's going to be a problem eventually for DFK? If the price of jewel or crystal or whatever you may have, the hero floor in general rises, do you think there's ever going to be that? We could start with you, Dag, since we were on the topic there, and then hit Lotus with it. But ever think there's going to be that barrier to entry that's too high?
I think from day one they had the same. So Axie has the what's it called? The
scholarship.
What's it called? The scholarship. Yeah, they have the scholarship program. I think the devs were fully aware of that from day one. They're going to have a program. They wanted to call it the Champions Program, but now that Duel Season 5 has champions in it, I don't know. Maybe they'll call it a different name. But they also have it where hero rentals, where you can rent heroes. Well, they don't have it yet, but they wanted hero rentals to extend to PvE and PvE usage. So you can, I'm assuming you're going to be able to rent out 25 stamina, right, for someone to use it. It's going to be, this is where my weak crypto knowledge is getting to me. What is it? Trustless? Is that what it's called? Where they don't actually own your hero, but they can utilize it. So there'll be like a trustless smart contract, I think is how they refer to it.
Right, I'm not.
And so even if you can't buy heroes, you'll still get the same opportunity through rentals to kind of build an account. And then once you reach that stage, then you can buy in and get your hero, or you can say, hey, you know what, I'm doing fine with rentals. I'm making profit. I'm just going to send this all to cash.
Items.
That's kind of how I think it's going to be.
Right. Lotus, you got anything to add there?
Well, if that is true, I think I've heard a lot of crypto games have that type of thing. I think Heroes and Empires have something like that where you can rent heroes from each other. That would open up a lot of doors because as you guys know, some of us use DFK as a business. To me, this is a business to me pretty much right now. It's a small business, but it's a tax write-off. That is why I do YouTube. So I can claim all this for tax, right? It is part of the madness, right? So if I were you guys and I am playing DefiKingdoms, I would just make a channel, post some images on, say, hey, look, man, this was for YouTube, and I'm not monetized, and so I lost money. There you go, get a tax write-off.
Interesting.
But don't take my advice for that. Make sure you know your tax, whatever laws according to where you're from. So
of course, don't
keep
come
that
to
in mind.
Gamers about tax advice. Do not come to our podcast for tax advice or financial advice.
Yeah.
No, we'll show you
take it as
show you how to play the
knowledge.
game. We might show you a few ways how you can make money with it, but you shouldn't use it as your strict and only source of financial advice.
So don't look at YouTubers for tax.
Yeah, that might be you might want to open a book or something.
Or go to a professional, pay that extra $80.
Yeah, or pay a professional. Yeah. But,
you don't want to go to jail because Light said this might work.
I used to work I used to work out an investment phone line, and our words were exactly, you may wish to reach out to a licensed tax professional. And we wouldn't say you should reach out because then we could be liable for the cost of their consultation.
Wow.
So we would have to say you may wish to
You may.
reach out to a licensed tax advisor before making any decisions here.
Hey,
That's
you may
great.
like and subscribe.
Yes, to all of us.
You may buy heroes.
You may buy heroes. You may take our advice or entertainment.
You may take
And
profits.
You may lose.
All
You
right,
may
I love
cry.
What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna jump into my 2 summons. Dad, you just said you had at least your Gen 0 we could do.
Yes, sir.
I have this theory. I don't know. It's nothing crazy, but I just want to know which hero. I did 2 summons, put them in the queue. The first one I did was these 2 for the Shapeshifter Summoner. So let's see if the top summon is these 2. You know, in theory, you would think it would be. Seer Wizard, Berserker Priest. We're going for a Shapeshifter Summoner with, small chances at some actives. So let's see what we get. And it's also stoned. I believe I put the Fortitude one on it. Let's find out. Lesser Fortitude, I think. But yeah, let's see what we get. Like, you got any rituals you do when you summon?
I hit the thingamajig.
You hit the
So
thing.
I'm happy. So I'm happy. So when it fails, I'm not that mad. And then when I hit it, I'm even more happy. So
You can't
that's
be
all I'm
mad
gonna
about
say.
a summon nowadays. This one, for example, is a miss. I mean, it might be a good hero still, but it's a miss on mutation for the shapeshifter.
Could be a
Mhm.
But
good
every
PvE.
hero you get is another hero in the army, so I can't even be mad. So we hit the Berserker here, the highest chance, the highest odds of a class. It did hit Summoner though, so that's
Ooh.
pretty cool. Have access to the Summoner Codex potentially. This looks like a jobber. Did get fishing. I have too many miners and gardeners, so that makes me happy. 86%.
Show me some. Excuse me.
And then let's see, Heart and Shield. So
There you
we
go.
Hey.
pretty cool.
Well, you got a vitality boost too?
Ooh.
And he had I put
No,
finesse.
the primary screen. The primary stat screen. Yeah, vitality.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
He's got green
2%.
edge for a little
That's
bit.
half a stone, right?
Yeah, it had a stone.
No, I'm saying like a 2% bonus to vitality is a half a stone.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that way that's very good. Very good point. So we like that. Common, all right. But another hero to the army. So pretty
I gotta
cool.
learn all this stuff about summoning from you guys now. I've been learning a lot from all your videos and stuff.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to know, stop us. Or obviously, we talk a bunch of strat in the DFK, the Jewelers Crypto Discord as well. So if anyone else isn't in there, get in there, learn our strats. Check out Lotus's gaming videos as well. He goes through a bunch of strats. This one here, before I show it, is a Ninja Giant Slayer opportunity. I think I've hit 2 out of 3 ninjas on this one. Hit 1 Giant Slayer ninja, I believe.
You're gonna break my passive.
Pirate.
My passive one.
Oop.
Yeah, dude.
I found a wicked ninja. I
You're
summoned
missing, bro.
a sick ninja.
Yeah.
I saw that in your video.
2 priests. I don't know. I summoned 2 priests together and I got a ninja. Like
That's
awesome.
nuts, dude. Recessive go crazy. So this one we did hit the pirate and the knight. Missed on the ninja here, but honestly, I wouldn't be disappointed if it's a little giant slayer pirate. We could pit it. It has no summons, so we would have to pit it. Let's see. We grabbed mining on it.
You got luck, which isn't bad for a pirate.
Right. That's pretty good. I was hoping for fishing on
Wester,
it.
jobber.
Only 10% though. Mining is all right. I could always use some more miners. Now
We're just gonna hate miners until ore mining comes out.
Yeah, which will be coming soon. So if it's similar to a foraging and fishing quest in length, could be cool. Ooh, miss on this. What I didn't check though on
Is
the
it
last
recessive?
Recessives, yeah, did hit hardened shield, 14%. This one had some good chances. There's also a chance I burn these 2.
Wait.
and try for that.
I got a question for you guys.
Rare floor, but go on. Yeah,
Yep.
what you got, Lotus?
So recessive, I didn't know. So because I'm really new. So if you have recessive like advanced class or other genes, that could mutate as well.
Yeah, so come look up here.
That's how I got the ninja. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Maybe the priest got
Recessive.
Yeah. Got
So
like
right here, none of them have it, but you could hit E1 recessive 1.
I got
And
lucky
you
then.
could have a common here. I think I
Holy.
have a hero like that, and that's what a lot of those Mythic Squad are experts at this. If they miss with, for example, a resurrection or a second life over here, they might pit it again, and it'll come back up. It'll show back up potentially. But these ones don't really have anything in recessive. You could have, for example, ninja in recessive 1, ninja in recessive 1 here, but have no ninja in the dominant, and again, it could pull back out. So that's pretty cool stuff. And that's
Yeah,
also how,
okay.
if you saw before light, I had a Dark Knight chance. For example, this one's 17%. Typically, it's a 14% mutation, roughly. But if you have a bunch in the recessives, you add to it, you can get up to you can get 17%. I have a Dark Knight chance
Wow.
with an Archer and a Thief that has a 24% chance to mutate because of recessives. So that's pretty cool. But Dags, you want me to send it over to you, bro, so you can do your Gen Zero summon here?
Yeah, let
Oh,
me
hello.
rearrange my screens real quick. Let's see.
Now that I know this is gonna be great. I used to breed Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
like 5-6 years ago
Yeah.
to do like competitions with. So all these like mutation genes pass over. I'm very like I understand it, right? So now understanding recessive genes, I I'm gonna start summoning from scratch. I want to start building a butterfly collection from scratch now.
Yeah, dude, for real. I mean, now
Yeah.
you have the alpha to go for. What's up, Kupo? How you doing?
Hey, Kupo, my favorite. Yo, Kupo is my favorite manual quester.
He's a dog, dude. He's with the manual gang.
Yeah, what's up, Kupo? Speaking of Final Fantasy, yo, Kupos are like the greatest little things in Final Fantasy, you know? So yeah.
I'm not hip, honestly. My one buddy was big into the game. I just never played it, to be honest, but I
Oh,
know about
it's
it.
a great. It's
Yeah,
good
It's
for
lore.
sure.
telling me to approve my stones. All right, so I got my Gen Zeros.
Are
Got
those
a Knight Warrior, Berserker Seer. So it's always a shot for Paladin, Paladin Shapeshifter, unless you feel the same way about Gen 1s that the Brown Gent does. He says that you get more opportunities to summon with the Gen 1, so it'd be better to get a basic Gen 1 with
true?
advanced abilities because then you have 10 shots to pass on that advanced ability as an elite ability. So,
I see the
in kind
vision.
of his logic, it's better to get a Gen 1 basic class than a Gen 1 advanced class. So, I've been hitting nothing but warriors lately. That's actually the desired outcome for
Send
him.
it my way.
So we're gonna go into ADFK here.
That's a paid subscription, right?
Part of it is. So if you
It
look,
was not. What you saw from me was not.
no, so you can get the Hero data screen where you can put in. That's where we're going, right? I know my two hero numbers. I have
I can't get
308.
this on my screen.
I have 697. You can't get to the hero data
I'll link
screen.
you it, bro. You can.
I don't
I'll get
think I
it to you.
can.
I'll get it
All
to you.
right. So this part, I don't know. I don't know if this part's paid or not. I would honestly hit up the Discord. But the part that is paid is, let's say, the hero matching. Let's take my knight. Let's say I can, and we actually do have our guild up there. I think it's only Mega and me, but I could search my
We'll have to add
wallets
you in there,
and
like-
Mega's wallets. Anyway, you can search all heroes across all realms, or you can search all heroes who are for sale, all heroes who are for rent. You can set the minimum summons. One thing I've kind of been tempted to do with my Gen Zeros is find some Gen 1s with 10 summons that they match up with instead of having these two summoned together and making some Gen 2s. You might argue that it's a waste of a Gen 0 summon because why wouldn't I just try to find another Gen 1 and then rent
Gameplay.
out my Gen 0? But I don't know. Let's find something that might match my Gen 0. Like, did you have a question?
Uh,
Can we read this? Do I need to zoom in further?
Looks good. Good.
So let's just say we're just trying to find this hero that's for sale who matches my knight, no, hero 308. Did we lose him? Did I drop? Am I still there? All right, cool.
You're good.
So I'm going to look for a 10 summon, which ends up being a Gen 1. And here's the thing, specific abilities that match. I could ask for active 1, active 2, passive 1, or passive 2 to match. I don't really care. You can designate the rarity. I want a rare hero. You can designate the class. If I'm doing a knight, I only want warriors. And then here, recessive 1 bust match. Those are those recessive traits that Mega was talking about where they can pop up to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be looking, if I click this, I'm going to get warriors with dominant class warrior and then recessive, the first recessive trait being warriors, because then I would have there might be a higher chance of mutation.
That's cool.
But I'm not going to select that. Let's just go for something general because I'm being picky enough with asking for Gen 1s, fresh Gen 1s or Gen 1s. And then you can select everything else that you want. Go ahead.
Of course, will be reflected in the price. You'll see that floor pop up because you're looking for those Gen 1 10 out of 10.
So here's kind of what it tells you. You have the hero. This part's kind of cool. It tells you who owns it in case you wanted to reach out to them. I don't know if you recognize any of these names, but I could actually reach out to them and try and get it over the counter if I wanted to. But I'm going to switch over to Yep. It tells me how much they cost. It tells me their subclass with the recessive and then their primary class with the recessive. So here's that warrior. And then if you hit abilities, it tells you which abilities match. So none of these match as well as my Gen 0 pair. So it's just kind of that would be kind of pointless for me. So back to hero data. I'll put in my Gen 0 pair, 308 and 697. Hit compare. It'll give you a full data dump on my knight and my warrior.
See, for me to learn this.
Yeah, if they're orange like this, that means they match. So knight and warrior make paladin, berserker seer make shapeshifter, cleanse and heal make not intimidate. They make efficient. I can just scroll down. Why am I trying to guess? I can scroll down. Oh, I was thinking passives. So yeah, they have not only do they have a 14% chance to be a paladin, a 14% chance to be a shapeshifter, we have about a 97% chance to get either a forger or a fisher, 50% chance to be higher than common. We've got a pretty high chance of getting double wisdom, which I think is going to be the play for paladins. So, and then 14% chance to get advanced days in the active 1 spot, exhaust in the active 2 spot, intimidation in the passive spot. I like intimidation for a paladin because it can give you advanced 3 and advanced 4 make last stand, which I think is going to be sweet for your melee classes. I know it only procs once per battle, but I think it's still kind of a nice one, especially on a potential healing class, support class. And then I'm just kind of weak in passive 2 here, but we can find those matches with a Dread Knight or a Dark Knight later, not a Dread Knight. It also goes into the visual that you can potentially get, and then what crafter you could target. So pretty extensive. There's people who argue that there is better software out there than this. I can't remember which one it is. I think it might be. Is it on Quester?
Not hip, honestly, but I know there is.
What's up, intern? We got this intern here. Yeah, there's somebody who always is like, "Oh no, there's way better ones than ADFK." But I like ADFK. It's clean. I know exactly how it works. He's toasted.
What's good, Sticks? Intern?
What other way?
He said
all
he
right.
Back out to DJing, so he had a set today.
We're gonna do the full tiers on this, so we'll get a boost to strength, and then a % increase on both of those. Though we're getting pretty close to 14, and then 15, we'll get a new bonus, which is kind of cool. I believe I have a lesser vigor stone on there, and let's run it. I feel like I've talked enough.
Yeah, that's a good breakdown of ADFK, a great site for DFK players, new players especially that want to get into summoning at these cheap prices. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments down below. We'll get to them and help you out. Or you can hit us up in the Jewelers Discord, of course.
I talked so long that my Trezor locked. So I had to
What
unlock
did it on
that.
you?
It always, yeah, it locks. I don't know. So there are times where it just won't work, but it looks like we're going through. If I see pending here, I'm in good shape.
Yes, sir. Let's finish on a good note here. We're nearing the hour 15 mark, so we'll probably
You
call
think?
it a day here after this summon.
And then, is it next week? We're doing the summon
Yep.
for the 300 giveaway.
Yes,
Oh,
sir. I believe
nice.
it's the stream after that because the giveaway ends. I'll have to look at the tweet. I have the tweet right here actually. Hold on. Giveaway ends. Yeah, the winner will be announced on the September 7th dream, which is or no, excuse me. The giveaway ends. Entries end the 7th. On the 9th, that Saturday of September, we will do the wheel for the winner
Okay.
of all that good stuff.
Okay. So if you are in chat and you have no idea what we're talking about, go to Twitter. There's a giveaway.
Let me
Thanks,
rephrase
guys.
that
Thanks
one more
for the
time.
look.
I'll show you guys the tweet as well when we end this stream.
Big
But
giveaway.
the entries end September 7th. The wheel will be done September 7th as well. And then September 9th, we will do your summon live on stream to show what Gen 1 10 out of 10 these people win. And it could be a Gen 1 5 out of 5. We're not really putting that in the trailer. Let's see what you get though.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Ooh.
Is that Paladin?
Let's go.
We got a paladin.
A hit.
Oh, I like those horns. Bright
Here's the
yellow
5 out of
there.
5. This is something you
Uncommon,
could
purple
win.
eyes. Berserker. Berserker might be better for the paladin
It's
than
not bad for PvE.
yeah, Berserker might be a better subclass
Yeah.
than Shapeshifter. We won't know until the codex is out. So
Damage Paladin.
see, his name's Bard. Oh, we got the wisdom boost, foraging, double woodworking.
Good
What
stuff.
are they?
Wow.
I gotta go. I got this saved on my freaking
Now let's
images
check
here.
You want to sell me that?
Not for a discount. All right, paladins are not good woodworkers. So, whoa, what was the element? Do we have an element matchup? That'd be cool. Wind. What do we got? Probably dark.
Dark.
Yeah, my paladins. They always get a dark paladin. All right.
They're dark paladins. That's pretty.
No love on the jeans. Heals probably not bad for a paladin. Speed would be interesting for a paladin. Get in a quick heal. No class is better than Shapeshifter. You got it.
You know what I really want for Summoner,
Foresight
guys?
and Stalwart. What's up?
One day, if they start the Summoner Codex, if they can summon Carbuncle, like one of your skills, like attack with Carbuncle, he summons Carbuncle, that little blue, little foxy looky like, and just smacks the guy. That would be
I wonder what you're going to be able to summon. It would be cool.
that'd be a sick collab.
Now we're always like, everyone's always like, we want a necromancer. What if one of the summoning skill trees is just a necromancer?
Yeah, dude, that's a good point.
True.
A very ghostly, uplifting, zombie-esque.
Raise
Like
undead
summoner.
heroes.
Yeah, like what if one is like you're summoning like, what do they call that? Like transmutation, where you have like floating armor and stuff like that, or like golems and stuff. And then what if one is like you're summoning like a druid, summoning animals, and then what if the third one is necromancer? I think that'd be a good use of the summoner
Raise
tree.
dead boars.
Raise dead boars. All right, I'm gonna give up this screen here. It's good to see a paladin. Over
GG,
to Megan.
congrats.
Thank you.
Trade room will be jealous.
Do we see my screen? Oh, there we go. So here's the tweet, ladies and gentlemen. 300 sub giveaway. Again, we thank you guys so much for the continued support. Another big one at 400, so let's keep it rolling. But here we go. We're going to be giving away a Gen 1, potentially 10-10, potentially 5 out of 5 Pally, like you just saw. Dags hit on stream there. 2 Greater Atonement Crystals, 1 winner for each. And then 1 5-pack Emosha to get you going. This will be after the leveling event, actually, but still, you can always use those moksas. They're pretty damn expensive as well, so that'll help out someone. All you got to do is like TokenX, however you pronounce this, did right here. #Jewelers Alive. I'm going through most people that comment, but it'll be easier if you want to for sure get on the giveaway entry list. Quote the tweet with the #Jewelers Live, and I'll see it in the giveaway program there, and you're entered into this giveaway. Winners will be announced September 7th. The winner of the Gen 1, that summon will be done on stream September 9th, that following Saturday. So that'll be pretty cool. But that just about does it, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate the guest appearance here from Light. I'm sure we'll have you more in the future here. Light from Affinity Lotus Films. Check out his YouTube down in the description below. A lot of cool DFK stuff. Dags as well. Check out his Twitter and YouTube and all that good stuff down in the description below. I'm Mega. We appreciate you guys coming out. Another great DFK stream. And until next time, guys, we will.
Hey, wait. One thing.
Yeah.
The Jewelers are a guild. We have a Discord.
Join the Discord.
We are a guild.
Thank you for having me on, boys.
Thanks for coming, man.
Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate you jumping on.
Good night,
yeah. Appreciate
night,
everyone.
Thanks for everyone for coming out.
Peace.